guys? Welcome back to the snake room. And I woke up this morning to an awesome surprise, and I knew I was gonna miss it. I just had a feeling that my ghost bow was gonna shed out when I was sleeping, and she did. And so I just kind of wanted to show you guys the effect of what I came into this morning and before I took it all out. So full shed, perfect shed, all the way down. And her colors are looking crazy. So her eye caps are off, so we didn't have any issues with that. And then all the way down to the tail, it's all off. So we'll kind of hang this up here, let it dry out, see how she's acting. She ate last night, but love her colors. I actually think she's getting lighter and lighter as she's growing up. Like, she's not darkening out at all, which might be the normal for the ghost gene. I really don't see too many of these posted around Facebook. I'm not actually sure why. Probably because it's not like bright colors or anything like that, but I just really like the colors of her, like the top and how it changes on the way down to the bottom, and then her belly is completely different. Patterns look good. I love the black rings on her tail. Her temperament is perfect. Like, I'd never even hook her to take her out. Like, she'll take rats very well. She's very calm taking her out, even though she loves to be out. So when she is out, she takes forever to be put back into the cage because she constantly wraps around my hands, my arms. She never wants to get out. So just wanted to show you guys her and her beauty as she is less than 24 hours into her new skin. And I need to put the gigantic lid on this, which is the annoying part. Make sure I didn't smash her face in there. So I'm going to be feeding both of my anacondas today. Pop-Tart will probably eat with no issues. I've never had her go off of food since she's been consistently on rats, and I got Mountain Dew over here. So I'm going to assume that she is not going to eat for me, and that she probably won't eat for a couple weeks. Now, I've had her about a week, and she did poop in the cage a couple days ago, so I know she is eating. I don't know how frequently. I was told she was eating fish, and she did switch over and ate one rat apparently before I bought her. But gray anacondas are definitely the biggest pain as they're younger to try to get the eats. And if she doesn't eat, I'm just going to go through the steps that I went with Pop-Tart. Might have to get some chicks. Now that Tractor Supply is supplying them at this time of the year, it'll be a lot easier for me to get day-old chicks, whether they're alive or dead. I don't think that's a big deal. But so a little history with my other anaconda was I probably have to go with her. I mean, there is the exceptions of some really good feeders, but pretty much everybody that I've talked to that owns a green anaconda, from the time they're born until they're about 7-ish, 8 months old, they are horrible eaters. They will not eat, or they will eat like once a month or once every 2 months or something like that. So I think it's just the nature of the species. And then once they hit like 7, 8, 9 months, something just triggers in them, and then they are awesome feeders. Like with Pop-Tart, I mean, it was a nightmare to get her to eat, and it took forever. One, she ate like one quail in 2 months, and then she ate another quail, and then just out of the blue, she just ate a rat, and then since that day when she took that rat, it's been consistently every time I feed her, I've had no issues. So I mean, it is definitely stressful because, you know, not only do you pay a good chunk of money for an anaconda, they're beautiful animals. They can be extremely nice, and just definitely a very, very rewarding snake to have. And so if it's not eating, and so you don't, you know what I'm saying, like you don't want it to die, you don't know if it has health issues and stuff like that. So it definitely is not one of the pleasant sides of owning a green anaconda. But once they do eat, it's, with my experience and with Pop-Tart, it's been consistent every single time. So hopefully with Mountain Dew, she gets the hang of her new environment, eating, and I have been messing with her, so that definitely does not help at all. And I was messing with Pop-Tart when she was younger as well, because I don't have the patience just to put a snake in a tub for a month and not touch it, even though that's what you're probably supposed to do, and it definitely does help. So with Mountain Dew, I think I'm gonna have to like hold myself back from holding her or taking her outside, taking pictures of her and stuff like that. I know a lot of people do black out the tubs just so that they feel 100% more comfortable, and that's why I have her in a smaller tub as well, just so she feels more secure and not in a huge environment and gets stressed, and then so she might be able to eat a little bit better while she's in a smaller cage. So I have to find Pop-Tart in this mess, and she has been burying herself for the last couple days all over the place. Yesterday she was way in the back. Last night she was in here. And I really don't like digging my hands around here even though I've never had an issue with her with striking me. You know, I don't want to startle her and then have her have a reaction of being startled and then swinging around and just giving me a little love tap. So I don't know where my hook is. All right, I found it. So let's start off with Mountain Dew and see if she will even be interested in eating at all. And then I can kind of leave this in here with her, with the possibility that she might eat while I'm feeding Pop-Tart, but she may or may not have any interest. Let's try in the water, because I've noticed with Pop-Tart that she likes to eat in the water, and maybe naturally they would want to eat in the water as well. So this is an unscented mouse, so if I need to rub some fish on it, I have that option. It's really looking like she's not interested. So the struggle begins with her, and I knew it would, but that's okay. Gone through it once, I can successfully do it again. So looking for Pop-Tarts, I see her body right here, right there. So I'm just gonna gently uncover her. I don't want to poke her in the face. I don't even know where her head would be at. I'm sure just a little bit of it sticking out. I might add another light to this side, but I don't know. You guys let me know if I should add another light to this side or keep it dark so she can have the cool side, a hot side, and then kind of like a shaded area. I probably need to rewrap this a little bit, but Got the log in there so she can climb on it if she desires to. And I'm pretty sure I can just reach my hand in here and she would not, you know, throw a fit about it. Oh, there she is. There she is. Cute little face. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time I fed her in here. Maybe the second. I don't remember. So, hopefully she eats. I've been talking her up on how great she is on taking food. So let's hope she doesn't let me down. So I charged my battery for this light last night, since I'm horrible at charging pretty much anything electronic that I own. My phone always dies. My camera battery always dies. My lights always die. So, we'll see if she is going to be a good eater. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. She didn't let me down. So, at some point, Mountain Dew will get to this point of her life where she won't be refusing food, and it's just going to be a long journey. Hopefully not a long journey, but definitely a journey for sure. And all of my earlier YouTube videos was about Pop-Tart not eating, trying to get her to eat, wouldn't eat. It was, you know, stressful, but exciting at the same time. So, just another chapter in the book on owning snakes and different snakes. But that's what we do. We have to do what they want instead of what we actually want. So I'm really gonna just guess that she's not gonna eat for me. And even if I leave this rat in here, it'll probably just go to waste. But I'm gonna leave it in here anyways. Turn the lights off. Oh, she's looking at it. Boop, boop, boop. Poke her on the head with it. Scare her away. I might scent it with the fish. No, she doesn't want it. She's acting like she's kind of curious. No. So she'll bite me, but she won't do nothing with the food. She's definitely curious. No. No, I'm probably just like taking 8 steps back with shoving this in her face, traumatizing her with her food. But man, she is definitely has some really, really bright oranges on her. Not only on her headbands, but all the way through her body. It's super orange. Back to Pop-Tart. And she's definitely not in a good position for the camera. And I can try to move her, but I'll probably just make her more upset. Oh, great. Now she's got this thing all constricted up. And she's strong too. For her size, I would say she's probably just as strong as some of the boas that I have that are 2-3 years old, and she's probably only 15 months, give or take a month or two. So I'm really liking how her sides are really yellow and how high up they go on her body. And then her black circles are pretty good. And then her headband is also orange as well. So I know, like, most all green anacondas basically look the exact same, but there are the distinct, very little bit of features that are different that kind of makes them stand out between each other. I really want her on mediums, but I don't know what her growth rate would be like at then. Not that I'm worried about it, but I don't want her to get too big too fast. Because basically, I see a ton of overweight anacondas and a ton of overweight Burmese pythons, and it's super sad that people just, I won't even say power feed them, but definitely giving them extremely large meals. I've seen people on Instagram at Mountain Dew size giving them medium rats. They can take it. I mean, they're gonna have look like they swallowed a gigantic football, which I think would do damage to their organs as the rat's passing through. But maybe the anatomy of, I don't know the anatomy of the inside of a snake very well. Mountain Dew is gonna be a pain in my butt. I already know it. So that is gonna be a good journey for those that want to stick around and see how the progress of her is, and I'll keep updates consistently on my Instagram, which is the same name as my YouTube channel. So I post tons of pictures up there. Probably shouldn't be posting a ton of pictures of Mountain Dew because I'm just going backwards in the progress on that. But she's about 6 months old, and so I probably have 2 to 3 months, you know, until she actually probably will take a rat. And I believe, I gotta go back and look at my records, but I think I actually bought Pop-Tart in March last year. So coming up on 1 year on the ownership of a green anaconda, and I'll probably do a video on, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly on the ownership of them. Although I'll tell you right now, there is no ugly, because they are amazing. And I've not been, well, Pop-Tart's been amazing. Mountain Dew gave me a little love tap earlier when I had her last week, but that's because she went up the sleeve of my hoodie and I pulled her out, and that probably was not the best thing to do. So I definitely deserved it. Come on, girl. I think I'm just gonna go up and get a baby chick from Tractor Trailer Supply, whichever one it's called, because I had really good luck with Pop-Tart as a baby on that. And I do have like fillets of fish, so I could try that as well. I was really hoping you'd eat. Nothing grosser than wet mice or wet rats, that's for sure. Nope. This is probably how it's gonna be for the next couple of weeks or months. Bummer. Oh well. Nope. Whatever. Alright. So this is definitely going to be a long video. I'm kind of surprised she's not eating it in the water. Wish her body wasn't in the way right there, that coil. I know I say this on like every time I feed her, but it's super impressive on the anacondas on how wide they can open their mouths. Because I watch the my ball pythons, I watch the boas, and they do not open their mouths like you know, not like wide, but like up and down wise. It's just super impressive. The Burmese might be that way just because it's also another big snake, but super cool to watch them eat. Anything happening? Nope. Acting just like Pop-Tart over a year ago. At least I've been through it, so it's not as stressful. Although I would really like her to start eating very soon. But it's not like when I had her, when I had no idea what was going on, because I just kind of jumped headfirst into buying one of these. I mean, I did my research enough, but I didn't know that part of the ownership of buying an anaconda. I don't think too many people really talk about them in that way. Like, they suck at eating from birth to like the 7-8 month mark, and then that's when Pop-Tart blew up on rats, and then that's where I see a lot of other greens, you know, steadily going into possibly schedules, or just, you know, eating when there is food actually right in front of them. So So that is going to be it on the video. Appreciate everybody that stuck around on this super long video to watch at least Pop-Tart eat. And unfortunately, we're not going to get anything out of her. So the adventure continues. Never a dull moment. So appreciate everybody's support, everybody subscribing, liking my videos, and it means a lot to me. I never knew I thought I'd have this much people interested in my snakes, or what I, how I interact with them or anything like that. But hopefully you guys have an awesome day. Enjoy the warm weather if it's warm where you are, because it is getting warmer here in Ohio. And I will see you guys on the next video.